So,
Yeah.
um, depression, different forms of oppression, anxiety, fear, um, restlessness, weariness, despair, like these feelings were very, very, very overwhelming as a teenager. And um, and I would feel kind of bad for, like my dad, so I didn't really want to tell him all the feelings and the things that I was going through. So I would
Mm.
seek external help, but then realize I wasn't getting anywhere with it. Like no one seemed to really be able to like help me. They would send me off with some scripture and try to encourage me, but ultimately, I found that it didn't impact or change any of those internal feelings I was struggling with.
Mm.
Um, the counseling that I received, it meant well, but it
Yeah.
didn't really, it wasn't enough to help me. So I think a lot of the leadership couldn't recognize that I was struggling demonically.
Mm.
And that actually just ended up progressing even more and more and more. So basically, as a child till I was an adult, close to my 30s, it just continued to get worse and worse and worse.
Mm. Did you see any improvements, at least when you went into the homeschooling environment, where you took yourself out of kind of the worldly approach, right? Where you're just in there with a bunch of kids that really don't know you that well, and you decided to go ahead and do it on your own. Did you see any more improvements that way, at least in terms of how you thought and felt? I know that's a big push now. A lot of people are doing homeschooling nowadays, but
Mm-hmm.
also there's a spiritual aspect. I get that, but I'm just curious about kind of the physical, if things kind of also improve that way.
Personally, it did not for me. I didn't have I didn't have a large spiritual covering, so
Mm.
not for my own awareness or really anyone in my family. So I actually ended up getting sick, and that manifested in my body in different ways. Like I would get
Mm.
rashes in my face. It looked like I got punched in my eyes because they would turn really dark, like dark blue. Like my
Mm.
skin would peel off, and
Wow.
I'd start getting like dizzy. I remember going into the hospital one time because they thought maybe I had like lupus or some kind of like autoimmune disorder. But then they would check my blood and everything would check out. So,
Mm.
but the symptoms continued. So it was like some mysterious um, top like skin reactions, and so but I just felt unwell, and
Mm.
so I think what happened was a lot of those internal feelings started manifesting physically in my body.
Mm.